Hi, I am Maria. Welcome to Beyond Fluent English. In the last episode, we worked on agreement and disagreement. Phrases like, I couldn't agree more, I'd push back on that, and that's a fair point. Today, we move to something just as important, the people in your life. We talk about people every day, in meetings, in conversations, in interviews, in quiet moments when we are trying to explain someone to a friend. And the words we reach for, good, smart, funny, kind, serious, they do the job, but they do not do it well. They are true. They are just not precise. Today, we are going to fix that. 5 words you use to describe people, and 5 upgrades that say the same thing, but say it more clearly, more memorably, and with more weight. You will not just hear these words today. You will say them out loud, use them in sentences, and by the end of this episode, they will already feel like yours. Let us get into it. Let's start with a word you have probably said dozens of times this week. Good. She is a good person. He is a good colleague. It is a good team. Good is not wrong. Good is just empty. It tells the listener almost nothing, because everything can be good. Food is good, weather is good, a meeting can be good. When you use the word good to describe a person, you are giving the listener a blank. The upgrade is exceptional. Exceptional means above the normal range, not just better than average, but noticeably, meaningfully better. It carries a sense of earned recognition. When you call someone exceptional, you are saying, I have seen many people in this role, in this situation, and this person stands apart. Listen to the difference in context. You could say, she is a good manager, or you could say, she is an exceptional manager, someone who genuinely developed the people on her team. The second sentence tells a story. The first one closes it. One more. If a friend asks you about your new doctor and you say, he is good, your friend learns very little. But if you say, he is exceptional, he actually listens and explains everything clearly, your friend now has a reason to trust your recommendation. One note on when to keep good. In fast, casual conversation, good is perfectly natural. When someone asks how your day was, saying it was exceptional is slightly strange. Good is correct there. Use exceptional when you genuinely mean to distinguish someone, not just to sound elevated. Now let us talk about smart. Smart is one of the most overused words in English. He is so smart. She is incredibly smart. The problem is not that it is wrong. It is that it does not say anything specific. Smart how? In what way? Does this person solve problems quickly? Do they notice things others miss? Do they understand systems or people or language? The upgrade is astute. Astute means having a sharp ability to read situations, people, or information accurately and quickly. It is not general intelligence. It is applied perception. An astute person notices what matters. They understand the subtext. They are rarely surprised because they have already seen what is coming. Here is astute in a professional context. You could say, she is smart. She always knows the right thing to say. Or you could say, she is astute. She reads a room within minutes and adjusts without effort. The second version tells you something real about how this person functions. In a personal context, Daniel is one of the most astute people I know. He asked me 3 questions and understood my situation better than I did. That sentence shows you what astute does. It is not about being clever in a general way. It is about accurate, perceptive understanding. A useful note. Astute often appears with words like observer, judgment, or analysis. She is an astute observer of human behavior. That is a natural combination. Let us move to funny. Funny is fine. But funny covers a lot of ground. A situation can be funny, a mistake can be funny, a coincidence can be funny. When you use funny to describe a person, you are being accurate but vague. What kind of funny are they? The upgrade is witty. Witty means funny through intelligence, through the quick, precise use of language. A witty person finds the exact right word at the exact right moment. Their humor is verbal, sharp, and often unexpected. It is not just that they make you laugh, it is that you think, how did they find that so fast? In a professional context, working with James is a pleasure. He is witty without ever crossing a line. That sentence tells you something specific. This person is funny, but in a way that is also controlled and intelligent. In a reflective context, I do not think I am particularly funny, but I do try to be witty, to find the observation that makes someone see something differently. That is a sentence a confident, self-aware speaker might say. It uses witty to mean something precise. One distinction worth noting, funny is broader. A physical comedian, a storyteller, someone who does impressions, they may be very funny but not witty in the strict sense. Witty lives specifically in language and quickness of mind. This is a good moment to practice. Let us say these sentences together. Repeat each one after me and take the full pause before moving on. She is an exceptional colleague, someone who raises the standard of everyone around her. She is an exceptional colleague, someone who raises the standard of everyone around her. He is astute. He understands what people need before they say it. He is astute. He understands what people need before they say it. She is one of the most witty people I have ever worked with. She is one of the most witty people I have ever worked with. Good. Let us keep going. Now, kind. Kind is a beautiful word. There is nothing wrong with it. But like good and smart, it has been stretched so wide that it has lost some of its shape. Kind can mean polite, generous, gentle, empathetic, charitable, patient, all of these things. When you say someone is kind, the listener has to guess which one you mean. The upgrade is generous. Generous does something specific. It describes someone who gives their time, their attention, their resources, their praise, without calculation. A generous person does not hold back. They do not give just enough. They give more than expected, and they do so willingly. Here is generous in context. You might say, "My manager is kind. She always asks how you are doing." But you could say, "My manager is genuinely generous with her time. If you need to talk something through, she makes space for it." The second sentence is specific. The listener can picture it. In a personal context, Yuki is one of the most generous friends I have. She remembers the small things and acts on them. This version of generous is about attention and follow-through, not just money or gifts. In a reflective moment, you might say, "I want to be more generous with praise. I notice good work in others, but I do not always say it." That is a sophisticated use of the word that any C1 speaker would recognize immediately. A note on keeping kind. Kind remains exactly right when you want to describe warmth and gentleness without the specific element of giving. Kind and generous are not the same word. A person can be kind without being generous, and generous without being especially kind. Use the one that fits what you actually observe. Our final upgrade today, serious. Serious is a word that can describe a person very differently depending on tone. Sometimes it is neutral. He is a serious student. Sometimes it is almost critical. She is so serious all the time. The problem is that it floats between meanings without settling. The upgrade is composed. Composed means calm and in control, especially in situations that would make others anxious, reactive, or uncertain. A composed person does not lose their center. They process pressure without broadcasting it. In high-stakes moments, they are the ones you want nearby. In a professional context, under pressure, Leo remains completely composed. He slows down rather than rushes, and the whole room feels it. That sentence does something. It shows you how composure affects not just the person, but the people around them. In a personal context, what I admire most about my father is how composed he is during difficult conversations. He never raises his voice, and somehow that makes everything easier to resolve. This version shows composure as a quality that creates safety for others. Reflectively, I used to think being composed meant being distant. Now I think it means being present without being reactive. That is a sentence a thoughtful speaker might say, and it demonstrates a nuanced understanding of the word. One contrast worth drawing: serious often describes a personality type. This person does not joke around. Composed describes a quality under pressure. This person does not fall apart. They can overlap, but they are not the same. A composed person may also have great humor. A serious person may panic under pressure. Choose the word that matches what you actually mean. Let us put all 5 words into a single story. Listen for them working together. Nina had been with the company for 3 years when she was promoted to lead the team. No one was surprised. She was exceptional, not because she worked harder than everyone else, though she did, but because she made the people around her better. She was astute in the way that matters most at work. She understood what people needed before they asked, and she rarely misread a situation. In difficult meetings, she was composed, present, clear, never reactive, even when the conversation turned tense. Outside of work, she was generous with her time and honest with her praise. And in the small moments between meetings, she was witty, a single well-placed observation that made the whole room exhale. Not everyone has all 5 of these qualities. Nina did. Let us finish with a quick challenge. I will give you a basic sentence, and after a short pause, I will give you the upgrade. See if you arrive at it before I do. She is a good doctor. You feel like she genuinely cares about you. She is an exceptional doctor. You feel like she genuinely cares about you. He always notices exactly what is happening in a conversation. He is astute. He always notices exactly what is happening in a conversation. She made one dry comment in the meeting and everyone laughed. She is witty. One dry comment and the whole room laughed. He gave me more time and feedback than I expected. He was generous. More time and feedback than I could have asked for. She presented the bad news without panic, without drama. She was completely composed. Bad news delivered without panic or drama. What these 5 words do is the same thing, but at a deeper level than individual vocabulary. They tell the listener that you have observed this person carefully. Exceptional, astute, witty, generous, composed. These are not generic compliments. They are specific recognitions. And when a listener hears that kind of precision from a speaker, they trust the speaker more. Not just because the words are advanced, because the words are accurate. In the next episode, we are going to look at a different kind of language, not how we describe others, but how we describe what happens. The words we use for progress, change, and setbacks. That is where a lot of precision gets lost, and that is where we will focus next.